Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Edwardsville Tigers versus the Belleville West Maroons. We are starting off here at 6:48. We just had the girls' JV game win 4-0. Both our teams arriving out.
Together for the Tigers!
Both our teams coming out on the field. It looks like we're going to have the Maroons starting off with the ball this first half. Whistles blown, Maroons playing their ball into their half. Tigers taking that possession right back. Passing. Tigers playing it up that far line. Down into the corner. Ball is out. We have a goal kick for the Maroons. With their goalkeeper taking that kick. Beautiful kick right up nearly to that 35-yard line. Tigers fighting to take that possession, passing it back to their defensive players. And down to that far sideline. Maroons playing it right back. Tigers passing it back to their goalkeeper, Jenny Burrows. She takes it wide, back up, past that half line, and back into their half. Tigers playing it out wide. Taking it into the Maroons half of the field. Tigers battling, trying to get it into that box. And it's out. A corner kick for the Tigers. Tigers sending it into the box. Looks like it went out of bounds. We're going to have a goal kick for the Maroons. Taken by their goalkeeper. Sends it out to that sideline. Maroons playing it on that sideline still. Tigers playing it in. Maroons taking the possession back. Team's taking it down to the far sideline, playing it there. Out of bounds, we have a throw-in for the Tigers. We have Davey Heiser taking that throw-in for us. Beautiful throw-in up that line. Sent back out of bounds. Have another Tigers throw-in. Tigers throwing it up that line. Keeping it in bounds. Tigers and Maroons fighting a quick little battle there. Trying to regain the possession. Sending it back in towards the middle. Sending it back to the outline. And back in. Up into that Maroons half. Very little pressure from the Tigers. Maroons sending it up that far sideline. Whiffed by the Maroons and went out of bounds. But Tigers throw in. Tigers throwing it in. Into that end zone. Right into the 18-yard box. We have out of bounds. We have a goal kick for the Maroons. The goalie taking that kick. And out, almost out to that far sideline. Maroons taking it out. Tigers running on, pressuring from behind. And it's out of bounds. We're going to have a Tigers throw in. Throwing it up the line. And deflected by the Maroons. A little 2-on-1 there. Try and get the ball. Maroons kicking it up. Tigers play it back to their keeper, Jenny Burrows. She plays it back out. Maroons retaking that possession back of the ball. Tigers running alongside the Maroons. They retake that possession back, excuse me. Playing it, switching it towards his near sideline. We're out of bounds. We have a throw in for the Maroons.
Hey. How you doing?
Maroons throwing it down the sideline. Playing it among their people.
I told Shannon.
And Tigers taking the possession back.
She covered her off and she goes, "Isn't that the main gym that they're using?"
Playing it up in the air a little bit. Maroons stealing that ball right away from the Tigers. They passing it up. And out of bounds. The Tigers are going to have a Maroons throw in. Throwing down that sideline. Tigers taking that ball right back. Maroons taking the possession back. Passing it towards that sideline. Taking it all the way up. Near into that corner on the Tigers side. Tigers taking it back. Attempting to pass it up the line. Deflected out of bounds by the Maroons. We're going to have a throw in for the Tigers.
She did. Yeah, I was.
Tigers throwing it up that line.
I'm so glad you did because I was trying to figure out how I was going to go scan
Back.
the concession stand. So
And Tigers taking it up.
W.
Have a wide pass. Sending it into the top box. A save from the goalkeeper.
What's wrong with you?
Looks like we're also going to have a call, an offsides call.
Sorry, I'm getting my halftime line.
Their goalkeeper taking the offsides kick for him. Sending it out towards the far sideline. Taken immediately back by the Tigers. Playing on the line of the 18-yard box.
You look like you've been outside.
The 2-on-1 from the Maroons.
Oh, you've been outside the whole time? Oh, that's.
Tigers shot, and it is out of bounds. We have a goal kick for the Maroons.
I'll play this at halftime. I'll play this at halftime.
Ball's kicked out. Tigers deflecting that ball, sending it towards the far sideline out wide, playing it there for a little bit.
Oh, I got another.
Two girls on, 3 on, 1 Tigers player. She keeps it inbounds, passes it back, and back in towards the middle among the defense. Tigers playing it among the paw. Sending it out wide towards the far sideline. Tigers sending it in. And almost a header. Sent out of bounds. We're going to have another goal kick for the Maroons. Goalkeeper taking that kick. It was a beautiful kick towards the 35-yard line. Tigers taking possession right back. Tigers just playing that ball, sending it out wide. And up that line. Ball out of bounds. We have a throw in for the Tigers. We have Ayla Homan taking the throw in for the Tigers. We have some subs coming in for the Tigers.
In the game for the Tigers, Maggie Young.
Ball's thrown in. Maggie Young just came in for the Tigers.
Anyway, I got a text from Harlan.
Ball was being played in that box. Sent out of bounds. Or not out of bounds.
I don't know if that's like the cheerleading event or what that is, but haven't heard from them.
Tigers, we have a call on the Maroons. They had two girls on one of our girls. She ended up on the ground, taking that foul.
I told you, I've always been intrigued by people who find a way to make
Ball's
money doing
kicked.
what they love to do.
Beautiful
And that's what I
kick.
get to do for this.
We have a call
My slogan on my website is, everybody's having a good time.
on
we
the
can be part of
Tigers.
making that
We have
happen.
a kick
So,
for the Maroons.
I tried to get in for the prom.
The Maroons goalkeeper coming up to take that kick.
Before COVID. And I do a Gibbons prom, but I don't know.
Tigers shielding that ball. Trying to get a pass in. Not many people around. Sending that in. Wide open. Playing on the ball. Back out wide. Tigers losing that ball back in towards the middle. Switching the field. Playing on that 10-yard line. Maroons taking it back. Gonna kick it up. We have a header from the Tigers. Bringing it down. Sending it out towards this far sideline, or near sideline. Kicking it all the way up. Tigers taking it up. Nearly a shot. Passed back out. Outside the 18-yard box. Attempted back in. Maroons taking that possession back. Maroons taking the ball. Tigers reclaiming it. Tigers sending it up. Playing on that 20-yard line there. Little battle there. Nice shot. And it's out of bounds. We're going to have a goal kick for the Maroons.
Somebody was just teasing me because when my wife's dad passed 20 years ago.
The goalkeeper taking that kick out wide towards that far sideline. Tigers reclaiming that possession. Sending it out towards the far sideline. Back to their defensive line. In towards the E-paw. Right in the starting circle. Tigers taking it up the field. A pass received by the Maroons. Tigers overtaking the ball. Trying to play it back in among the defensive line. She sends it up. Trying to go out wide. Tigers pushing up. Trying to get into the other half. Goalkeeper booting it out. Tigers playing on that far sideline.
Isn't that illegal or something?
Playing it back to the defense. Tigers playing it out towards that far sideline. Getting it in towards the 18 yards. Sending it into the middle. A kick for the Maroons. Oh no, goalkeeper has the ball. Big punt out. Received by the Tigers. Tigers throwing up that far sideline. And back deflected down the line. A throw in for the Maroons. Maroons taking it up that line. Trying to send it back in. Ball goes out. We're going to have a corner kick for the Maroons going in at the Tigers. Tigers running in, following the players. The hand up from the Maroons. A shot for the Maroons. We're going to have it going out of bounds. Have a goal kick for the Tigers. Have our Tigers goalkeeper, Jenny Burrows, taking it. She passes it to her short defensive player. Tigers sending it up the field. Received. Sending it up that line. Deflected by the Maroons. Maroons playing it again. Both teams trying to take it. Going into that corner. A big throw in for the Maroons. Our Tigers marking up. Maroons receiving the ball, sending it in. Tigers receive the ball. Keeping that possession. Sending it near that E-paw. And up, down that sideline. Tigers battling it out. Tigers in that deep corner, sending it in for a cross, and it's out of bounds, just behind that goal. It was a beautiful kick, just a little bit wide. We have a goal kick for the Maroons. The Maroons goalkeeper taking that kick. Goalkeeper sending that ball all the way up. We have a header from the Maroons. Tigers taking that possession, sending it towards their defensive line. Sending it back up through the middle of the field and back. Just trying to switch the field. Sending it out toward the far sideline, received by the Tigers. And back in, possession taken by the Maroons. And back the Tigers. Passing it back towards the defense. Just taking the ball up the field. One girl on her. Tigers playing towards the top of the 18. Maroons clearing it out. Received back by the Tigers. Tigers taking it in. Received by the Maroons goalkeeper. Just holding it. Allowing your team to get up a little bit for a kick. A punt from the goalkeeper. Tigers taking the possession, sending it back to their goalkeeper, Jenny Burrows. Playing it at the top of the 18. passing it out, playing it in that center circle again. Tigers sending it all the way up. We're gonna have a call on the Tigers. It's an offsides call. It's gonna be right behind that 40-yard line.
We had like 2 full lines, and I don't know what they had, but it was obvious when she put in our JV players that she
Up the
put in our
38-yard.
was a definite difference, but
Maroons kicking it towards that far sideline. Sending it taking it all the way up. Stopped by the Tigers finally. Maroons just dribbling past, breaking ankles, getting into that end zone area. We have it sent out of bounds. We're gonna have a Maroons throw in. Maroons throwing it in. Maroons keep reclaiming that pressure. Tigers taking it right back. Taking it all the way up that field, pushing up. We have 2 girls on one of ours. Sending it up, deflected by the Maroons.
we're pretty healthy, but this year got a little bit of a scare.
A girl playing it up towards that far sideline.
And we have friends who
And it is out of bounds. We're going to have a throw in for the Maroons.
I'm like, yeah, but there's only like 9 kids that came out for the team.
About 20 minutes left in this half.
Very competitive, so.
Maroons throw in,
Interesting, like Avery, our daughter, who's a sophomore,
taking it,
7 of her
throwing
friends
it in.
from the team didn't come out this year.
Defense playing it at the 18-yard box. Little to no pressure from Tigers. They're sending it out wide towards that far sideline. Just playing it up, taking that run. The ball is out of bounds again. We're going to have a Tigers throw in. Tigers taking it up that sideline. We're going to have a call.
Yep. Well, it's funny. You made me think. I wanted to ask you this. You want to like have pride of playing.
A call on the Maroons. We're going to have a Tigers kick.
That new law or something they're voting for, and I read your name was on it. I forget what it's called, where they can play for their school and their club at the same time. I forget what it's called. But I would.
Tigers setting up.
Did it pass? Or did it already go
Setting
through?
up on that top of that 18-yard box. Nearly most of them are in that half circle up top.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on it? Why do you go no?
We have Blakely Hockett taking that kick, sending it right in. Keeper catches it. One of our girls and the keeper on the ground. We have the Maroons sending it out. Their goalkeeper taking that kick right by the inside box. Kicking it right out towards that sideline. Playing it by that far sideline. Tigers overtaking it, taking that pressure back. Maroons reclaiming it, taking it up, dribbling it into their half. Maroons keeping that pressure. Tigers taking it by their back line. Maroons setting it, playing it in that center circle there. Tigers take it right back. Maroons sending it towards the side. Have a call. Have a Maroons kick going in towards the Tigers. A lot of the Maroons gathering on the far side of that goal box, waiting to run in. The kick and a header from the Tigers, sending it out. Maroons attempting to settle it back in. They send it. Tigers sending it back out of their box, up that field. Tigers pushing it up. Heifer on breakaway. 3 girls on her. Stopped nearly at the top of that 18-yard box, while sent nearly out of bounds, saved by the Maroons. She's just taking it up that line. Pressure coming on.
Now there's 3 scores. Yeah.
Tigers retaking that pressure back, sending it in towards the middle. won over by the Maroons, sending it back to their defensive line, taking that ball, sending it out towards that far sideline again.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Tigers playing it back to their defensive line.
The simplest one is like you
Back
just
in
said.
towards the middle.
Let's just say that it did pass.
Trying to send it back up
Would
through
think
the
that
middle of
there
the
would be
field.
no conflict. The school event should trump the select
A
event.
beautiful
But not
kick
everybody's in field.
down into that box, but taken
So then you're
by
gonna
the
coaches who
goalkeeper.
say, well, you know, I want her
Fortunately,
here, I
no
want her here.
Tigers
And
were up
that's
there
the fun
to
situation
return it.
to be in.
Our Maroons goalkeeper taking that punt. It's a beautiful punt, nearly into the very middle of the field. Maroons playing it out towards that far sideline. Taking it just up that line, just dribbling it up. Tigers intercepting it. Sending it in towards the middle again. Back up into that goalkeeper box. She dives on top of that ball. We have about 15 minutes left in this half. We have our Maroons goalkeeper holding that ball. Going for the punt. Over the half line, into the Tigers half. We're out of bounds. We're going to have a throw in for the Maroons. Taking it, throwing it right up that line. Tigers taking that possession right back. Maroons taking it back, sending it right in towards the middle. We have our Tigers defense sending it out. We're taking it up the field. Playing it on the middle. An attempted pass taken by the Maroons. Maroons defense trying to send it back up the field. Deflected by the Tigers, but they reclaim the pressure or possession. Maroons sending it back in. Back in right at the top of that 18. Sending it back out. Tigers sending that ball out of their box. Like it's going almost out of bounds. Didn't call it out. There we go, and we have a call. Have a throw in for the Maroons. Beautiful throw in, received right by their own team. Passing it back to their defense. We're going to have a foul on the Tigers. A kick for the Maroons.
Yeah, that's good. So you were one of the people who got to vote for that? I guess you had a big mouthpiece in that?
Maroons calling for that ball. We have a run in on that sideline. Sending it in towards that box. And it's kicked out of bounds. An attempted shot. We have a goal kick for the Tigers.
The Tigers, Rin Rao, Maggie Cadigan, and Grace Hughes.
There are 3 subs coming in for the Tigers. A goal kick taken by Jenny Burrows. She's passing it out to her defense. Playing it towards that sideline. Back up into that middle of the field. Tigers taking it in towards the middle of the box. Saved by their goalkeeper. Our Maroons goalkeeper taking that punt. A header from the Tigers, sending it back into the half.
And then in case it turned out, they didn't like the score.
A call on the Tigers after she trips over the ball. Sending it back out. Up that far sideline.
I know there's some kids that live in Wharton. So what's that, hour and a half?
Maroons sending it back.
They play for Scott Allen. Can you imagine that? Mom and Dad travel down here 2 days a week for practices.
Tigers playing it on their defensive line. Slowing the game down a little bit. Maroons taking that possession back, taking it back down the field. Tigers taking it back towards that far sideline. Playing it there for a little bit. Tigers sending it back in towards the middle of the field. Back. Going back to their goalkeeper. She's taking that, sending it out wide towards this near sideline. Taking it up. Kick almost in the middle. Tigers playing it on that sideline, sending it in. Taking it up. Have a pass back to the Maroons goalkeeper. She's booting it nearly into the middle of the field. We have a header from the Tigers. Maroons reclaiming that possession of the ball and sending it all the way up into the middle of the Tigers half. A through ball played. Tigers taking it that back out. Tigers playing it on that far sideline. Maroons reclaiming that possession, sending it up, trying to get it up into that box. Playing it on the far sideline. We have a cross in and a header from the Maroons, saved by our Tigers goalkeeper Jenny Burrows. Jenny holding that ball, waiting for her team to get up some. Of her punt over the half line. Tigers playing it out, getting out wide, sending it up that field. The girl sending it in the corner, attempted cross in. Ball playing in the middle of a shot, saved by the Maroons goalkeeper. That was an amazing save. It was sent back out of bounds, all the way into that field over there. Fortunately for the ball girl. We have a throw in for the Tigers. Tigers throwing it into that deep corner. Trying to send it back in. The ball goes out of bounds. We're going to have a goal kick for the Maroons.
Back in with
Have
the
some
Tigers,
subs
Lane
coming in.
Logan.
Lane Logan coming in for the Tigers. Two girls coming in for the Maroons. The goalkeeper is kicking it out. Playing it by that 30. Maroons playing it up that line. Challenge from the Tigers out of bounds. We're going to have a throw in for the Maroons. Maroons throwing it in.
So what's the deal with baseball there? North Carolina?
So we're back out of bounds again. We're going to have a Tigers throw in. Throwing it up that line. A header from the Maroons. Tigers taking that ball back, sending it in. A header from the Maroons. Tigers playing it. Pressure coming on. She sent it back in. Maroons taking the ball back. Just goes on the ground for a little bit there. And the ball is out of bounds. Have a throw in. Have three subs coming in.
Tigers, Gabby Thompson.
2 for the Maroons, 1 for the Tigers. A ball being thrown in. Received by the Tigers. Tigers taking that possession, sending it into the middle of the box. Deflected out by what I thought was the Maroons. we're going to have a goal kick for the Tigers. We have Gabby Thompson taking that goal kick, sending it right in towards the middle of the box. We have a header off the crossbar. Goalie goes into the net. We have a goal for the Tigers. Our first goal of the game. We have 6 minutes left into this half. It was an amazing goal from the Tigers. Ball went in, hit that crossbar off of that header.
I said turn it up louder. I'm just kidding.
He's on, they can hear you.
Edwardsville Tiger goal, Grace Hughes.
Maroons starting off with that ball, immediately sending it into the Tigers half, out of bounds. We're going to have a throw-in for the Tigers. Tigers throwing it in up that line. Playing it in the Maroons half. Have a couple headers there. Ball's back out of bounds. Maroons throwing it in. Both teams fighting it out a little bit there on that sideline. And again, there we have a call on the Tigers. We have a kick for the Maroons. Maroons taking that kick near the 45-yard line. Have about 5 minutes left in this half. Starting it out. Maroons taking that possession. Trying to send it back out wide. Tigers taking it back. Playing it there. Taking it back a little bit. And sending it back to their defense. Tigers just holding that ball there for a second. Keeping that possession. Sending it up that far sideline. A lot of pressure from the Maroons there. Tigers taking that back up. Have a call for the Tigers. A foul for tripping there.
You ever considered no school events during spring break? Is that a possibility?
We'll never get through our conference schedule if we don't do that. In for lacrosse, like they only have 11 games, and part of it has to do with like field availability and stuff like that. Last year we lost our senior night because it rained out.
Tigers and Maroons gathering at the top of that 18-yard box. Tigers sending it in. Over the goal. We're going to have a goal kick for the Maroons.
So what do you do when you need all those people? Do you pull other admin in, or what do you do?
My district office was like, hey, check.
Maroons goalkeeper taking that kick. Sending it all the way up past that 40-yard line. We have a couple headers. One from the Tigers trying to bring it down. Get it out of their half. Maroons taking that, playing it among their back line. Sending it all the way up. A header from the Tigers to get that ball out of their half. Tigers defense reclaiming that ball. Playing it out towards that far sideline. Taking it up, and we're out of bounds. We have a throw in for the Maroons. Throwing it in immediately. Trying to get some time. Trying to get a shot on that goal. Another throw in for him. Kicking it, taking it back in.
So how did the baseball team fly out?
Tigers sending it out of bounds. Another throw in. Maroons slowly making their way up that sideline. We have another throw in for him.
So is it one school that's hosting it?
Both teams battling it out a little bit there. Another Maroons throw in. Maroons sending that ball back towards the Tigers' goal. A little 2-on-1 there. So Maroons sending it back in that 18-yard box. Tigers defense taking that ball back, playing it out wide. Teams leaving it there for a little bit. Maroons throwing again. Gonna have one sub coming in for the Maroons.
They were good last year. What if they weren't good this year again?
About 1 minute 30 seconds left in this half. Maroons throwing it in. Maroons keeping that possession, kick after kick from the Tigers. Tigers taking that possession back, trying to get it up. Maroons taking it right back, taking it in, trying to take it in towards the middle of that box. Tigers sending it right back out. Both teams getting very aggressive here at the near end of the first half. About 54 seconds left in this half. Ball's out of bounds. A Maroons throw in. Sending it in, trying to get it into that 18-yard box so they can get a shot on goal. Tigers trying to send it up that line. Sending it back up into that space. Just a little bit of time. Sending up into the middle of the field. Back into the Maroons half. And immediately back into the Tigers. Tigers trying to play in that out. Getting it wide. Trying to slow that game down a little bit. Tigers taking that possession back. Maroons trying to send it out wide. We have Tigers taking that back. Sending it in. Gabby Thompson taking that ball. Sending it back out wide. We have a shot. And it is just wide of that goal. That's the end of the first half. We have Tigers up 1-0 against the Belleville West Maroons. Welcome back, Tigers. We're starting off the second half. Tigers in the lead 1-0. Just started the half with the ball, immediately sending it into the Maroons' half of that field. Maroons taking that pressure, playing it on their back line. Tigers taking it back up, sending it right into that box. Saved by the Maroons goalkeeper. Was an amazing save. She's down. That ball sent out of bounds. We're going to have a throw in for the Tigers.
That's what you don't want to see because she's having a good game. You never want to see a good game.
We only have one game.
Maroons sending that ball back out. We're going to have another Tigers throw in. Tigers throwing it in nearly to the middle of the half. Maroons sending it back out, playing it up at that half line. Tigers sending it, playing it towards this far sideline, taking it down into that corner, awaiting a cross in. None of the Tigers in that box, unfortunately. Sending that ball, playing it toward the top of the 18. Tigers taking that ball back in, nearly in that 18-yard box. Still playing it right at that top of that box. Maroons taking it back towards this near sideline. Have a foul call on the Tigers. Maroons kick. Maroons taking that kick. Sending it in nearly on that 30-yard line. Both teams playing it on this near side of the field. Playing it in that Maroons half. Maroons trying to keep that possession. Ball sent out of bounds. We're going to have a throw-in for the Maroons. Maroons throwing it in. Kicking it up that sideline. Trying to take it back in. Taking it in, dribbling it into that 18-yard box. Tigers kicking it right back out. Nearly out of bounds, kept in. Tigers taking it up that sideline. Maroons taking it back, almost out. Sending it into that deep corner. We have a throw-in for the Maroons.
Oh yeah, you emailed that to me today. I just read that today.
Nearly at where that end zone is. Tigers taking possession right back, sending it right back out of bounds for another Maroon throw-in. Maroons throwing it in, playing it in that corner, trying to send it in towards the middle of the Tigers box. Unfortunately, sending it out of bounds. We're going to have a goal kick for the Tigers. Immediately, Tigers playing that ball out, sending it, trying to send it out wide towards that far sideline. Maroons, both teams trying to keep it in. A goal kick for the Tigers.
You put that up there? We should get it out here.
It could, but we didn't upload a lot of stuff out here yet. But I had it designed last year.
A goal kick for the Tigers. Jenny Burrows taking that goal kick.
Basketball, you have separate officials for your JV game and then your varsity.
Tigers taking that pressure, taking it up that far sideline. Tigers keeping possession of that ball, sending it up, taking it up into that Maroon half of the field.
I was a referee for 12 years.
Try to send it back out.
And until you've done it or had your kid do it,
Tigers taking that pressure back.
change your whole perspective.
Maroons taking it up, sending it into the Tigers half. We have a header from the Tigers. Trying to get that ball, putting it in that center circle. Tigers keeping possession. Sending it up through the defense. Taking a couple too many touches. Big call.
What other job in America is it okay just to go yell at people? Why does everybody think in sports it's okay to yell at somebody?
We have a kick for the Maroons. Seems to be an offsides call.
Your coach has a way to, they have a way to evaluate officials.
Parents want to yell in emotion at the second moment. They don't want to go through a process or a protocol. They want to scream right there.
Maroons sending it out of their half. Trying to keep that possession back. Tigers taking that pressure back. Possession. Keeping possession. Sending it up.
My favorite is the guys.
Tigers playing it in that corner. Trying to get across.
Boys soccer game will be getting emotional, exciting. And like they'll be
Maroons taking that possession right back. Sending it out. Nearly out of bounds. Kept in.
Dude, I'm on my way to do it. And
Maroons taking it into the Tigers half. Tigers defense rushing back, trying to get that ball. Ball's out of bounds. We're going to have a throw in for the Maroons. Immediately throwing that ball in. Big call on the Maroons throw in. They didn't bring it that far enough back behind their head in that throw in, so it's going to be a throw in for the Tigers now. Back where the Maroons were meant to throw it in. Tigers throwing it up that line, received. Maroons trying to battle, taking that possession back, sending it in the middle, playing it in that 18-yard box. Our goalkeeper picking that up, holding it for a second, waiting for her team to get up, get open, getting ready for her punt. A punt from our goalkeeper, setting it right up the middle of that field. Past the half line, into the Maroons half. A kick out of that half from the Maroons goalkeeper, received by a header from the Tigers. Maroons take that possession back. Ball sent out of bounds. We're going to have a throw in for the Maroons. Sending up that line. And back out of bounds. Have a goal kick for the Tigers.
Into the game for the Tigers, Grace Hughes.
We have one sub coming in for the Tigers. Tigers setting that ball. Setting up the line. Playing that ball by that line. No call there. Maroons taking that pressure, playing among their back line, sending it in towards the middle. Ball is kicked out of bounds off of the Tigers. Have a throw in for the Maroons. Maroons keeping that possession, sending it back to their defensive line. Maroons battling for that ball. Tigers taking that possession back, sending it back up, sending it all the way down into that Maroons half. We're in the 18-yard box. No other Tigers around, unfortunately, to try and help her out. Playing on that far sideline. Maroons taking that possession back. Taken by the Tigers, trying to take it back up. Taken out by the Maroons, sent it up to that half field. Back out towards this near sideline. Tigers playing it back in that deep corner, sending it in. Nearly in that 18-yard box, not quite. Sent back out. And back in the Tigers half. Back to our goalkeeper. Pressure coming on from the Maroons on both sides. Tigers sending it out towards that far sideline again. Just taking their time with the ball. Slowing the game down a little bit. Pressure's coming back on from the Maroons. Tigers keeping possession of that, sending it up, received by the Maroons. They send it back towards that half line. Back again, a slant by the Tigers. The Maroons send it back to their goalie, and she boots it up into the circle. Tigers reclaiming possession. Tigers playing that ball in that goalkeeper box. Trying to get it back in. Trying to take another shot. We have a call. We're going to have a corner kick for the Tigers. Ball sent in towards the middle of that box. Sent back out wide. Trying to send it back in. We have a out of bounds. We're going to have a throw in for the Maroons. Sending it up towards the Tigers half of the field. Maroons sending that ball out of bounds. We have a throw in for the Tigers. We have one sub coming in for the Tigers.
Into the game for the Tigers, Olivia Walls.
A throw in from the Tigers, sending it right into the corner of the Maroons half. Maroons trying to send it back out. The header. Maroons sending it back up, trying to get it back into the Tigers half. Tigers taking that back up. A header from the Maroons. Tigers taking that ball back, trying to get it in. A few too many touches there, trying to get it in. Taken back by the Maroons. Tigers reclaiming that possession back easily and sending it back out towards that far sideline. Tigers taking it into that box. Across in, header out from the Maroons. Right towards that middle of that field. Team's taking it out towards this near sideline. Playing it there. Maroons sending it back in. Taking it back out. Taking it up the sideline. Maroons just taking that ball, taking it up the field, sending it into that far corner. Ball's kicked out of bounds. We're going to have a throw in for the Maroons. Maroons sending that back in. Tigers taking it back, sending it up that far sideline. Maroons taking it back. Ball being played in the Tigers half. Maroon coming on. They call there.
Why do you take on that task?
We have a kick for the Tigers, sending it back to their goalkeeper. Trying to take it back up. Tigers sending it out wide, taking it up this near sideline, bringing it up into the Maroons half, taking it all the way into that corner. Ball's back out of bounds. We have a goal kick for the Maroons. Our Maroons goalkeeper taking that kick, sending it out wide in this near sideline, and it's out of bounds. Gonna have a throw in for the Tigers. Tigers throwing it in, taking it back in the middle of the field, sending it out of bounds. We have another goal kick for the Maroons. Our goalkeeper again sending that ball up towards about the 35-yard line. Maroons taking that possession. A call on the Tigers. Have a kick for the Maroons. Very quickly taking that kick. Taking it into the Tigers half and sending it up that sideline. We're out of bounds. We have a throw in for the Tigers. Ball's being thrown in up that, playing on this near sideline. Tigers taking it in, keeping it in all the way up that sideline. Playing it in the Maroons half of the field. Tigers switching that field up, trying to get the ball in, deflected out by the Maroons. Again deflected by the Maroons in that box. Sent out of bounds. We have a Tigers throw in. Thrown from the Tigers, received by them again. Sent up near the top of the 18-yard box. Sent out by the Maroons. Received again by the Tigers. Taken up that far sideline and back to the defensive line. Attempted pass received by the Maroons. Tigers quickly reclaiming that possession, sending it back up that far sideline. Tigers sending it in. Caught by the Maroons goalkeeper. About 20 minutes, 45 seconds left in this half. Tigers playing that ball in their own half. Tigers defense playing that. Maroons trying to keep the possession. Tigers defense dropping back, playing it out, playing on this far sideline. Ball sent out of bounds. We have a throw in for the Maroons. We have a couple subs come in and for them first. throwing that ball in. So it's, again, back out of bounds. We have a throw-in for the Tigers.
Into the game for the Tigers, Caroline Wiley.
One sub coming in for the Tigers. About just hit 19 minutes, 30 seconds left in this half. Tigers throwing it up that near sideline. Maroons trying to play it there. Tigers taking it back, sending it back out of bounds. We're going to have another throw in for the Tigers. Tigers throwing that in pretty quickly and sending it back into the Maroons half. No Tigers up there to receive. Maroons passing it back to their goalkeeper. Past the half line of the field. Tigers taking that back. Both Tigers and Maroons trying to battle and regain possession of the ball over in that Tigers half, far sideline. A header from the Tigers. Maroons taking that ball, resisting the pressure, trying to take it into that deep corner. They call on the Tigers. We have a kick for the Maroons. We have all of our Tigers, nearly all of the Maroons players gathering in our half. A little bit of congestion in that box. Ball has got out of the box, up that far sideline. Maroons taking that possession back, playing it among their defense. Tigers taking that ball, getting it all the way up. Their Maroons goalie takes that ball and boots it up the field again. Tigers reclaiming possession and sending it back into the half. Maroons goalkeeper picking the ball up this time. Holding it. Her punt. Sending it almost towards that half. Nearly in the very middle of the field. Tigers getting that possession back. Sending it out towards that far sideline. Tigers taking it in for a cross and out by the Maroon defense. Again, another shot by the Tigers, caught by the Maroon goalkeeper. Just holding it again, letting her team get up. Of her punt.
That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Received by the Tigers. Tigers taking that ball, keeping it in the Maroons half. Sending it back to their defense. Play it up at that far sideline. Keeping it up over there. Tigers just taking that ball up the field, sending it in. We are out of bounds. We're going to have a corner kick for the Tigers. Have a few subs coming in. We have one coming in for the Maroons and two coming in for the Tigers.
In the game for the Tigers, Blakely Hockett and Maggie Cadigan.
Ball sent in from the corner. Tigers keeping possession, sending it back in again. Received again by the Tigers, back at the top of that 18-yard box. A shot, and it's wide of the goal. We have a goal kick for the Maroons.
Into the game for the Tigers, Red Rao.
We have one sub for the Tigers coming in. About 14 minutes, 30 seconds left in this half. Maroons goalkeeper sending that ball out. A header from the Tigers trying to send it back in. Tigers taking that possession back. Sending in another shot just wide of the goal again. It's out of bounds. We're going to have another goal kick for the Maroons. It looks like it's going to be a corner kick for the Tigers, actually. My apologies. Our kick being sent in right in the middle of that box. Maroons sending it right back out towards that far sideline. Have it out of bounds. We have a throw in for the Tigers. Tigers throwing it in. A header from the Maroons, sending that back out. Maroons taking possession. Trying to send it back into the Tigers half. Not quite getting there. The Tigers switching the field. Trying to get it back up. A beautiful play down to that corner. She's called offsides. They have the Maroons taking that kick out of their half. Almost at the 10-yard line there. Sending that ball up about to the 50. Tigers taking that possession back. Trying to play some trails. Maroons almost taking the possession back. Ball is being played back to their goalkeeper. She takes it out to that far sideline. Have out of bounds off of the Maroons. We're going to have a throw in for the Tigers. Have about 11 minutes, 45 seconds left in this half. A throw in. We're going to have another throw in for the Tigers. Tigers keeping possession of that ball. Play into the corner. We have another offsides call. We're going to have a kick for the Maroons. Maroons kick. Tigers receiving that ball, sending it back out wide. The ball is sent out of bounds by the Maroons. A Tigers throw in. A header from the Maroons. Trying to send that ball back up. Tigers quickly taking possession back from that ball. We have a shot saved by the Maroons goalkeeper. We have her punt. Over the half line, right into the Tigers half. All the way back. Our goalkeeper, Jenny Burrows, punting that back out. Playing it at that far sideline, sent out of bounds off of the Maroons. We're going to have a throw in for the Tigers. Tigers, a beautiful throw in. Header from the Maroons. Tigers fighting to get possession back of the ball. Maroons keeping it, pushing up into the Tigers' half. Sending that up. Keeping that possession, sending it, trying to send it into that corner. Not quite getting there. Tigers taking that possession back. Maroons taking that ball. Tigers taking our possession back. A little bit of congestion there. Sending it back out wide of that far sideline. Maroons taking it back in. Still playing on that far sideline there. Tigers sending it nearly out of bounds, keeping it in. Sending it back in towards the middle of their half. Sending it back to their defensive line. No pressure coming on from the Maroons. Maroons taking that possession back. Trying to send the ball back into the middle of the box. Not quite getting there. Back out of bounds and the ball is out. We have a throw in for the Maroons. They quickly throw that ball back in. Sending it back out wide and right back in towards the middle. Maroons trying to take that ball back. Sent back out of bounds. We have a throw in for the Maroons. Tigers playing it back to our goalkeeper. Pressure coming on from the Maroons. Sending it back out. Back down that middle of the field. Up into the Maroons half. Tigers taking that up. Almost past the defense of the Maroons. Back in, and we have a shot deflected by one of the defense players from the Maroons. Tigers defense receiving that ball again. Tigers keeping that possession. Have a call on the Maroons. We're going to have a kick for the Tigers. About 6 minutes, 15 seconds left in the half. We have this kick right at the 40-yard line into the Maroons half. Kick right over. A header from the Maroons, sending that ball back out wide and back in towards the middle. Maroons taking that ball back into the Tigers half. Both teams running to catch up to it. Maroons trying to get that ball back in, ball sent back out of bounds. We're going to have a throw in for the the Maroons.
Into the game for the Tigers, Gabby Thompson and Lane Logan.
We have 2 subs coming in for the Tigers, 1 for the Maroons. Maroons throwing that ball in. Battling for possession there. It's back out toward that sideline, sent in towards the very middle of the box. A shot from the Maroons just wide of the goal. We have a goal kick for the Tigers. just hit 5 minutes left in this half. Tigers still up. Our Tigers goalkeeper Jenny Burrows taking this kick. Sends it out. About to half. Tigers keeping the possession of that ball. Sending it back up. Maroons taking that possession back. Tigers trying to send it up. Taken by the Maroons. Tigers taking it back out wide. Playing on that far sideline again. Maroons taking that, sending it all the way up into the Tigers half. We have out of bounds ball. We're going to have a throw in for the Tigers. Throwing it back to our defensive line here. Sending it up towards that near middle of the field. And back out to the far sideline. Tigers playing it back to the defense. Switching the field. Going out wide towards this near sideline. Back up. Sending it all the way into that corner of the Maroons half. Possession taken by the Maroons. And sending it up into the Tigers half. Ball's nearly out of bounds. Tigers switching the field. Passing back to our goalkeeper. Back out wide towards that far sideline. Tigers booting that ball all the way up, keeping that possession in that box. We have the Maroons goalkeeper picking that up. Booting the ball all the way to the half field. A header from the Tigers trying to settle that ball. Maroons taking the possession back. Little to no defense from the Tigers. Jenny Burrows, our goalkeeper, picking that up. Holding that ball, switching sides, letting her team get up a little bit to get open. Of her punt, about to the 40-yard line. The ball is sent out of bounds. We're having Maroons throw in. Throwing that ball in immediately. Trying to get back into the Tigers half. Trying to get a shot on the goal. Maybe score. We have them sending it back out of bounds again. We're going to have a throw in for the Tigers. About a minute, 45 seconds left in this half. Tigers throw in. Received by the Tigers. Trying to send it into that corner. Where it cross in. Taken by the Maroons defense and sent back out wide. Have a call in that box on the Tigers. Maroons sending that out pretty much immediately. Tigers receiving it, trying to send it out wide. And Tigers keeping that possession. Playing on the far sideline. Taking it back up into the Maroons half. Right there in the middle. Maroons deflecting it back out. Just under 40 seconds left in the half. Tigers sending that in towards the box. Nearly in the 18-yard box. Maroons taking it back out. Just hit 30 seconds left. Maroons trying to get that pressure possession back. Fighting with the pressure from the Tigers. Tigers taking that ball up into the corner. Back up out of that box. We have a shot saved by the Maroons goalkeeper. that is the end of the game. Thank you all for tuning in. We won EHS Tigers versus the Belleville West Maroons 1-0. Tigers win. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a great night.